in viewing the slide?
Yes, the
Hello?
slide was clear. You can proceed now. I think it was
Is the
loading.
slide clear?
I think it was loading.
I don't know what happened.
Yes, it was
One
clear.
second. One second. One second. Just a minute. I don't know, something went wrong. One second, please. Is
Yes,
it
ma'am,
fine
you
now?
can go on. Yes, ma'am, it's fine.
Yeah, these smart materials are basically defined with their characteristics, classifications, the properties, the energy saving mechanisms, and the intelligent environment in which we are using these materials for. There are various recycled and ecological materials, energy saving materials. Basically, they are everyone knows the utilizations of these materials, which I have highlighted here below: the straw bale, cardboards, earth sheltered structures, recycled plastics, recycled tires, paper crates, sandbags, and the photovoltaic cells, solar collectors, light pipes, wind catchers, etc. We'll discuss with that one by one. These smart materials are design materials which possesses one or more property that can be significantly altered in a controlled fashion by external stimuli. Uh, Various external mechanisms are oriented towards the selection of the material for which it has to be the purpose for which it is used for. This material has uh, uh, built-in or intrinsic sensors, actuators, control mechanisms by which it is capable of sensing a stimulus, responding to it in a predetermined manner and extent in a short or appropriate time, reverting to its original state, or it can be removed as such if it is not for the purpose for which it is designed for. So the smart materials are basically they are fast, they have the faster response, lively spirited suggestions can be applied easily, it can be monitored, any repair mechanisms means the time that which it is incurred for repairing or regeneration of the work should be minimized. It should have a sensible, intelligent, adaptive environment for which it is used for, short, proactive, and it shows alertness in its mental ability, and it should have a controlled mechanisms for which it is built. Uh, in this presentation, I'm going to present 13 different materials which are basically used in construction, and also I will highlight one or two materials apart from construction materials. They can also be used for automobile industries or any other aeronautical purposes also. These materials can also be used apart from construction materials part. So number one, translucent concrete. So the translucent concrete are known for their stability and greater lightning. That was until the translucent concrete started to make its use in market. It is mixed with glass fiber optical strands which create a solid block. This translucent concrete, from its word or from its terminology itself, it can be said as another term like litrocon, as the concrete is light in nature and also it is used for flooring and for the pavement purposes. According to the concrete manufacturers, the optical fibers make up only 4% of the mixture, meaning that the blocks are made up of this material's ability for which it is used for a load bearing walls. So, in depth, what for what reason it is used, what is the mechanism behind this translucent concrete, what are its pros and cons, I'll be highlighting here in this presentation. This translucent concrete works based on a technology which is called as the nano-optical technology. These fibers passes as much light when tiny slits are placed directly on the top of each other. Optical fibers in concrete act like the slits and carry the light across throughout the concrete. Small slits are placed in an even manner so that when the light penetrates into it, it transmits the light on the other side so that even in the dark, it becomes visible on the other side. So it doesn't need that on the wall. Normally we have our tube lights on one side. On the other side, you cannot visualize what is on the other side. So that disadvantages can be reverted back if you are using a translucent concrete on the wall panels as such. These transparent concrete blocks suitable for floors, pavements, and load-bearing walls, facades, interior wall claddings, and dividing wall based on thin panels. Partition wall, and it can be used where the sunlight does not reach properly. Am I audible? Am I audible, please?
Please go
Yes,
ahead,
ma'am.
ma'am. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. Please go ahead. Please go ahead. We can hear
Yeah.
your voice. Yeah.
So the history behind the usage of translucent concrete is they are fine concrete embedded with 5% of optical glass fibers. It was developed by the Hungarian architect from the Budapest University in Europe. Almost it is more than 60 years from now. A wall made up of Litrocon is claimed to have the strength of traditional concrete and an embedded array of glass fibers. Not 60 years, it is 25 years from now. The scientists related to physics invented this optical fibers technology, and later they came into the purpose for which it can be adopted was applied. Not only for construction industries, it can also be used in other automobile or in other industrial sectors also. The hope is that this new material will transform the interior appearance of the concrete building by making you can feel the light array around the building even in a very dark environment. If more building begin using this technology, more natural light can be used in the offices and stores so that you can minimize the energy because of the electricity. Here you can see some of the examples where which it's a fortress monastery in a Hungarian town, where which it is the entry gate. Even it's almost a dusk time, where which the sun is about to set, and the sun illuminates 37.6 feet large Litrocon piece of statue in the morning, and late afternoons you can visualize, you can feel the effect even during the night time. These optical fibers, they store the energy during the daytime and they illuminate or they reflect them light even after the dusk. So that is a more advantage of this particular example. Here you can see see the examples of the various examples of the translucent concrete based on light transmissive property. The material that which is used here is the plastic optical fibers. So we normally they claim it as POF. Hence it is called as Litrocon. Two basic materials used for making the transparent concrete. Number one is the fine concrete, and number two is the optical fibers. There are various gradations of optical fibers which has come into the market. And fine concrete, you know, the admixtures or the mixtures by which this concrete are made with. But the optical fibers, there are three different categories of optical fibers. You have the multi-mode graded index fibers, multi-mode step index fiber, and the single mode step index fiber. The principle behind the operation of this is you have the nano-optic fibers, which is embedded in POF. In the last slide, I was telling you about the POF. These fibers passes as much light in a tiny slits. You can visualize here. I think you can zoom it and see the small slits are there at even intervals in which the POF are placed, and the optical fibers works. Why it is called as the nano optic fibers is they are in microns. Uh, it is almost 40 to 50% costlier than the normal concrete, but the usage of this is highly recommended in areas where you wanted to really save your energy mechanisms. The manufacturing process is highlighted here. It can be a prefabricated block, 96% of concrete and 4% of optical fibers. This proportion which I have given here is a normalized manner. Suppose if you want to showcase in a more elaborate manner, you can reduce the quantity of concrete and you can increase the percentage of optical fibers which is used. These are some of the physical properties, the density, the block size, the thickness, the color, and the fiber distributions, etc. These are some of the applications of translucent concrete. You have the transparent concrete blocks suitable for floors, pavements, and load-bearing walls, facades, interior wall claddings, and dividing walls based on thin panels, partitions walls, and it can be used where the sunlight does not reach properly. Even if your accommodative rooms is interior, or even it can be inside a cave, these light mechanisms can be passed on, and the application holds good in those cases. In furnitures for the decorative and aesthetic purposes, like sidewalks at night, increasing visibility in dark subway stations, lightning indoor fire escape in event of power failure, eliminating speed bumps on the roadways at night. So when fire happens in a multi-story buildings, people will get panic how to get rid of the place immediately. So if your walkthrough or if the staircase has this sort of mechanisms, even if in an emergency case, they can easily use these mechanisms where which it is lightened, and from the staircase or through the staircase, people can be evacuated easily in any danger happens. Advantages are energy saving can be done by utilizations of the transparent concrete. It has a very good architectural properties for giving the good aesthetical view for the building. And these transparent concrete can be developed by adding optical fibers. The good lighting guiding property and the ratio by which the property is based on the ratio of the concrete and the optical fibers which is mixed together. It does not lose the strength parameter when compared to the regular concrete. For example, if you want to prefer for M30 concrete, normal mixture is 96% of concrete and 4% of optical fibers. When for the M30 concrete, your design mix should have a strength of almost 37 megapascal. Here, even though the 4%, in addition of the 4% of your optical fibers, there is no such change or strength reductions related to the concrete when we add the optical fibers as such, because it is only lesser percentage. It does not lose the strength parameter, and this new kind of building material can integrate, or it can be used as a green energy saving building. Can I pass on to the next one? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Good, ma'am. Good, ma'am.
Number
Yeah.
2, sensitile.
Yes, ma'am.
So as you walk across any dark place, like in a house during night time after everyone goes to sleep, the most important part where which the kids or a parent wants to get a material from in a house is the dining part or a kitchen. So rather than switching on the lights, if you want to trace, or if you wanted to go into the place where which you want to have some material in your house, these sensitile can be used, where which if you open the refrigerator, the light from the refrigerator can be reflected back into the tiles. Everyone uses their tiles in our house, so the light is getting reflected, and even in the dark, the flooring mechanisms, the flooring, it gets lightened artificially and you can pass through in the dark. So that is the one advantage of the sensitile. It senses the light from somewhere and it reflects the light in the dark. That's the basic significance or the characteristics of the Sensi tile. The concrete of the tiles is embedded with acrylic fiber optic channels that transfer the light from one point to another. As shadows move across the erosive surface, the light channels flicker with a randomized twinkling effect. Their tiles are available for using the flooring in bathrooms and even in the ceiling, so you can have the twinkling effect all around the house. So here, the you can see a lady who is walking through a dark place, but the top panel, the top ceiling surface has got the Sensi tile, and it radiates the light from the top, by which the top upper floor is lightened and the light is transmitted through the tiles, the ceiling mounted ones, and even in the dark you can move across a platform. These are some of the examples of the Sensi tile. Here you can see the concrete block in which the dark in the inside the tiles the acrylic fibers are embedded for the terrace flooring mechanisms. This shows the entire restaurant being lightened by using this Sensi tile. Not only the floors, you can see the artificial way of lighting even in the panel which separates the cubicle parts, compartments. Number 3, electrified wood. So this is a new technology in which you don't need to have your electrification inside. Normally we have the electrical junctions outside the wall or inside the walls when we do our electrification works in the house. Here, this technology can also be used for the wood materials which we are using in our residential building, office buildings, or any institutions by which the wood member itself has the lighting mechanisms when we switch on or off in the tables or the chairs, wherever you want your own utilizations. So that's why it is otherwise called as wood E. Electrified wood is called as wood E. So two metal layers are pressed between the wood of the furniture, making it possible to pass an electrical current through the whole thing. 12 volts power is fed into the metal layers, which is connected to the lamps or any devices for which you are supposed to use. Not sure if the furniture will work with the electrical outlet, but you can guarantee that these wires are intact or nothing goes wrong even even if the voltage fluctuations happen. So this is an example which shows the lighting mechanisms in the drawing room, the drawing place. Here, this is an example in which a study table is electrified, by which you have a sigma-shaped book rack. This book rack also has the lighting mechanisms inbuilt itself. Number 4, am I audible? Can I pass through?
Yeah, go ahead, ma'am. We
Yeah.
can hear your voice. Good.
Number 4, Flexicomb. So the Flexicomb name described was designed by Padlab Dan. He is an architect, and when he was a student, he invented. A project was given, and luckily he came out with this technology when he was a student, and he became famous after he came out with a good suggestions of using this Flexicomb mechanisms. Comb means normally the thing which comes to our mind is the honeycomb matrix or the honeycomb way of structure. That's why it's called as the Flexicomb, which can be used for lighting the fixtures, furnitures, and the sculptural installations. The material is made out of thousands of closely packed polypropylene tubes that will bend in a convex directions while remaining rigid in the concave one. Flexicomb is so versatile that it can be used for almost any imaginable purpose. So imagine a mix between a beehive and a slinky. This Flexicomb is a light-hearted new material that combines the properties of the both. In contrast to conventional rigid honeycomb, Flexicomb is flexible, bouncy, and any shape. Why I have mentioned fun is whatever shapes you want, you can make out of it, as it's highly tender and flexible. This porous translucent material transmits light effectively, and it can be bent, sprung, compressed to form any sculptural installations, lamps, desktop accessories, and furniture prototypes. So here shows a module of it's a sheet form in which whatever shape you want, you can bend for your own utilization. Number 5, Richlite. It's a countertop made of paper. Might not sound too sturdy, but a Richlite counter is almost indistinguishable from one made out of wood. Normally, for the countertop, whatever for purpose it is designed for, you have a wood-like nature. But here, this Richlite is made out of 70% of recycled paper. So the waste material, the paper in any form, whichever we are just disposing it, can be used for regeneration, or it can be recycled, and it can be fabricated into a material which is again used for a purpose which is unimaginable. So here you find that these countertops are made by treating paper with the resin and then baking it with solid sheets. Richlite was first used in aerospace, boating, sports industries as reinforcement for surfaces like fiberglass, and now for architectural purposes as well as we can use. Normally, maybe people could remember in their maybe in the olden days, or when I was in a childhood, normally we used to play with the waste paper mixed with the starch, rice starch. It comes out in a gluey form. So we used to grind the waste paper from our house with the starch to make whatever shapes we want when we were in school days. It was a play toy for us, but nowadays I don't think so. How kids are playing with. I accept my generation, people will accept that. Okay. So this Richlite is an eco-friendly composite material made primarily of paper. Not only in countries like America or European countries. Here, the basic mechanism here is it should be pressed and baked at a particular temperature. So for that you need a Paka fabrication mechanisms for which it is manufactured. This Richlite is dense, durable material. It is resistant to heat, stains, and any sort of scratches. The color is solid, and all the way through the material scratches can be sanded or buffed out, without a change in color. Richlite is available in a variety of colors, including layered lime and Richlite with bamboo. With the lime, it is called as cascade, and with the bamboo mechanism, or with the addition of the bamboo apart from the paper, it is called as the stratum. Rainbow is a line of Richlite specifically designed for to shade yourself from rain. Many designers are attracted to Richlite because of its slab accommodate long spans without additional support. See, the use of Richlite is as varied as it can be imagined for any bathroom, reception area, stairways, wall clearings, furnitures, and any signatory place where which you want to use, it can be used. So here you can see a tabletop part of a kitchen. So the countertop of the kitchen compartment is made up of this Richlite. It is water and weather resistant. No need to seal on the face, edges, or fastener hole. No finish is required, so maintenance cost is reduced, and free for the exterior cladding also. It's manufactured. This terminology, Richlite, it comes from US, in many parts where the fire is not a problem, where the adjacent areas is not surrounded by dense forest. This material is used. It's a sustainable material. Is they have their own certifications in US. It can also contribute to the, as since it's an green energy building material. They have the lead points. I think you will know about the lead mechanisms for energy saving materials which is used for constructions. So it is also scratch resistant, harder than wood, Rich like any other materials, it is gowns to a strong force, and it has no difference in color, contrast to any other materials. It is easy to use. These are some of the panel sizes: 4 cross 8, 4 cross 10, 4 cross 14, 5 cross 10, and 5 cross 12 are the different shapes which is available, where which, as per your own need, you can cut and fix into your into your countertop part. This rich light has a natural appearance. The material is effective because of its inherent natural seasoned look. As per the slide which I've shown you earlier, you can see it doesn't seem to be an artificial material. It looks like a natural material itself. It's durable. It's extremely impact resistant. Does not dent like metal or aluminium. Dents are not formed. Like if harder material is pressed, a dent is formed. So that sort of dent is not allowed in this material. It can expand, contract, warp, and rust resistance. High performance material has been used by the aerospace and marine industries for many years from now. You can see this rich light, which it is used on the roofing, artificial way of roofing for the wall purpose. You can see in the slide which I am showing here. The wall panel seems to be like a stone-like arrangement, and the lobby of a hotel, a countertop of a kitchen, dining arena, and the entire kitchen part along with the attached dining. This rich light is used even for the musical instrument. For the guitar and the violin, the top panel is also, this rich light material can be used. Number 6. Shall I continue? Yeah. Number 6. Self-repairing cement. So everyone is aware of what a
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
self-repairing
ma'am.
cement or what is a self-repairing concrete is. So it heals by itself. When a wound occurs in our body, by its own mechanism, our skin has the tendency to heal by itself. This technology is also applied in concrete, where which if any cracks, it may be a hairline crack or 5 mm to 6 mm cracking, it tries to heal by itself. A new self-healing cement is currently being developed, which has the ability to repair its own crack by itself. This cement is mixed with microcapsules that releases a glue-like epoxy resin that will automatically repair any cracks which form in the sidewalk or the roadway. In addition, the cement will have the ability to regulate the heat. Phase change materials that can absorb or release large amounts of heat have also been included in the ingredients, provided if it's necessary. Say in some of the places, the energy absorbing material need not be used, where which the temperature drop down is below 10 degrees. These sort of materials need not be added into the self-healing concrete. With this material, it would be able to save energy by developing materials that can control their own temperature and save money on repairs as well. So it's also known as the biocrete, and it can be produced by adding a bacteria into the concrete along with the nutrient to keep it alive for production of calcite. I'll show that in the next few slides.
which fill the cracks after precipitations. The bacteria was added in concrete along with calcium lactide to repair the cracks. The focus is not only to keep the bacteria alive but also to generate much calcite to fill the gap. So two different mechanisms are involved in this. Number one, as per the study, you have to keep how much amount of bacteria you're adding into the concrete. That bacteria shouldn't be dead for a period of time. It should be kept alive. So if the what is the purpose by which the bacteria can be kept alive? You have to provide food for it. So when you provide food, automatically the bacteria will be alive for a certain period of time. And also this bacteria, if you are adding a little quantity of bacteria, say in ml or in grams, after a certain period of time, say 7 days or 14 days or 28 days, it regenerates, or it reproduces by itself by taking up the nutrients which is added along with the concrete. So it grows, and after a certain period of time, maybe 28 days or 56 days, or in due course of time, if any cracks are formed, also it should treat the cracks properly, so that the purpose for which this technique is adopted is matched with. So here you can see how much amount of pores is present in the a concrete layer. So all these porous zones which is shown here are the growth occurred because of addition of the bacteria. So self-healing concrete is a concrete which heals itself when it comes in contact with air and water. It produces lime on outer layer of the concrete. In most of the traditional concrete, the mixtures of 20 to 30% of the cement is left unhydrated. If cracking of the concrete occurs, untreated cement grains may become exposed to moisture penetrating inside the crack. So normally when crack happens, when crack happens, automatically your moisture gets penetrated inside the cracks, and after the cracks absorbs the moisture from the atmosphere, it has a tendency to expand by itself. So in that case, the hydration process may start again, and the hydration products may fill the gap to heal the cracks. So self-repairing happens there. So when spores, fine aggregates, coarse aggregate cements are mixed together, which results in the self-healing, which we call it SHC. The mixing, one precaution has to be taken, that the bacteria and the cement are not allowed to mix together with the help of the clay pellets. So the previous slides that which I have shown here, so this round dark spots are the small pellets which has only the bacteria which is added into the concrete. So this bacteria is not added directly into the concrete, but they are added in form of this pellets which I have shown in this slide. You can see the bacterial spores which is developed, and they are added to the concrete on the right side, which is highlighted here. So this is the chemical reaction which happens. This is called as a carbonation process. So the activated precursor in turn induces the bacteria to react with the precursor and form a base of calcium carbonate called as the limestone, and the chemical equation is shown there. So the carbonation process happens. So the crack formation is a typical phenomenon related to the durability. Percolation of crack may lead to leakage problems, causing deterioration of the concrete matrix or corrosion of embedded steel reinforcement. So here in recent past, this SHC is being developed in order to extend the service life. So the durability property, concrete is not much durable compared to steel. This is a known factor. So here we wanted to have more durability for the service of life period. So this addition of bacteria holds it helps in the increasing the durability property of concrete. A two-component healing agent is added to the concrete mixture, which I'll show later. The agent consists of bacteria and an organic mineral precursor compound. In order to form, to fill the gap of the cracks which is formed, this lactide component is needed along with the bacteria. So this lactide is the nutrient which the bacteria takes to grow for itself. So the special bacteria that has to resist the alkalinity and the mechanical stress of concrete, the chemical precursor to activate the bacteria are the two important things of the property of a self-healing concrete. Students who have studied a subject which is related to important construction materials, they would have studied in detail related to this topic. So these are some of the bacteria's. Bacillus is a common terminology of a certain sort of bacteria. There are various bacteria which is available. For this SHC, all the bacteria are not used for the purpose for which it is made for. Only the bacteria which is called as bacillus, those bacteria alone in a form of Pseudomonas coccinifila fisturia is used. Any one of these bacillus bacteria can be used. In order to form the chemical precursor which I told you earlier is the calcium lactate. So due to the carbonation process which is happening, that CaCO3 formation, this bacteria keeps itself alive. Bacteria subtilis. Why this bacteria is used means it has a positive tendency not to affect the human beings. Everyone are afraid of bacteria and viruses these days. So you may think what sort of negativity it may have or impact it may have towards the people or the human beings who are occupying the building or so. So it doesn't have a direct influence with the environment for which the human beings uh, are generally used. It's one of the it is one of the bacterial champions segregated enzyme productions and used on an industrial scale by biotechnology companies. It's a bacillus. Normally, Bacillus subtilis is called B. Here is the linkage chain which I have shown for which it is used. So it is able to adjust the alkaline as per the atmosphere. So your pH level is maintained. It should never be acidic or it should not be more alkaline. So it should have a pH value in such a way that this Bacillus stimulus it adjusts itself to the environment so that the pH level is maintained. That's the main property of this bacteria, which is added in the self-healing concrete. This slide shows the cultural mechanisms which everyone you can get information related to that from any of the textbooks, or how to culture the bacteria, at what rate it has to grow, what should be the size of the bacteria when it is added to the pellets before it is getting added with the concrete. All these informations you can get from the slides. So here this slide shows after the day 3, a normal crack was induced artificially, and the bacteria which are added inside the pellets to the concrete. After the 3rd day, you can see the white spots, which is the segregation of the lactite. The white spots are the gel form of the lactite which is evolved from the bacteria, which fills the surface of the crack. And this slide is after the 7th day. You can see the lactite formation is comparatively more, so that large amount of the crack is getting filled by this lactite formation. And this is the 14th day, in which the lactite formation is very large compared to the previous 7th day. And here after the 20th day, you can see the entire crack is healed completely. So it fills the crack improvement in the compressive strength is also noted after the 28 days. Better resistance towards freeze and thaw during cold climatic conditions or even in the hot climatic conditions. It holds good. Reduction in permeability reduces the corrosion. It helps reduce the cost incurred due to the maintenance and repair. So here you can see before on 0th day where the crack was induced, it's an artificially induced crack on the left hand side of the slide, and after 28 days the entire hair crack is healed. You can see the zigzag pattern of the lactite formation in the concrete because of the formation of the lactite from the bacteria in the pellets of the concrete. Number 7. Can I continue? Hello?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Go ahead, ma'am. Yeah.
Yeah. Am I going slow or is it okay?
Yeah. Okay, ma'am. Yeah.
Yeah. So seventh material which I'm going to highlight is the carbon fiber. Is an extremely strong, lightweight material. It's 5 times costlier than the steel, 2 times stiff. It weighs about 3 times less. So everyone wants. I want to finish my work. I want my objective to be completed, the task to be completed before time and with less cost. If somebody wants to have that thought in mind, you can go for this carbon fiber instead of any other materials, but provided it's little costlier, if you should be affordable for it. So this carbon fiber is made up of carbon strands that are thinner than the human hair. You can imagine a material which is thinner than our human hair. The strands can be woven together like the cloth. So if you zoom and see any cloth material, you can see the diagonal and the zigzag pattern by which these threads are woven together. They can be molded to any shape you want. In addition, it is stronger. Carbon fiber are flexible. It's a perfect material for construction projects in areas where it is exposed to the tornadoes or hurricanes. Normally, in places in deserts or in places where the tidal waves are more, these places are prone to hurricanes and tornadoes. You would have seen in YouTube how hurricanes destroys the entire city. So in those places, these carbon fibers can be used as a building material. It can be used for any utilization. So when a carbon fiber is added to a concrete, it's called as the carbocrete. This type of concrete reinforced with the carbon fibers is known as the carbon reinforced concrete. So it's highly stressable, lightweight concrete composite construction, combines special fine grains, ultra high strength concrete and carbon fibers. Uh, the slide, the example that which is shown here is the cross sectional view of the barricades, which is normally used as dividers in our roads. You can see in the highways where these the barricades are made into a shape of this trapezoidal mechanisms. When you are instead of the entire barricades made up of concrete, we use this carbocrete. The cost is 10 to 20% higher, but provided easily it can be dismantled and placed in the places where you want to move it. So higher strength than steel with quarter of its weight. So the raw carbon fiber is made from either polyacrylic nitride (PAN) or petroleum coal. It's a byproduct from the byproduct from the petroleum industries. These fossil fuel-based materials come from either petroleum refinery or natural gas processing units. So this is the fibers. Carbon fiber in construction can also be used for wall ceilings, for repair and rehabilitation. Normally we use the CFRP sheets instead of the CFRP sheets. This carbon fiber reinforced plastics can also be used along with the carbocrete in order to have more ductile property, and also for rehabilitation purpose, like what we do for retrofitting. For rehabilitation purposes also, this sort of sheets can also be used. Uh, this has come into market for the past 20 years, so it's not quite a new thing. So this slide shows how good this material is by visualizing the examples which I've shown here. So an elephant can be compared to a carbocrete. A balloon can be compared to a carbocrete. It's light. And the corrosion resistance, irrespective of your change in environment, the utilization of this material holds good. High durability, years together. There is a calendar shown there, so it can be used for many years. So it's durable, highly durable. Chemical resistance, whatever chemical is spilled out, or unfortunately it comes into a contact with any unwanted chemicals also, it doesn't have an influence over there. So easy to use, even uh, you can carry to places wherever you want for the purpose for which it is created for. It's simple in processing. It can be cut or meddled as per your own utilizations. Highly durable. It can carry a weight almost 3 times more than its own capacity, and it's the high dropping characteristics also it has. These are some of the applications. You can see the carbocrete used in a balcony in Japan. uh, this example is one, the residential building in Japan, where which the carbocrete is used for the balcony purpose. The shape, you can see the inclined way of design, the lobby or the balcony by which it is designed is the wave formation. As this building is near to the seashore, so the tidal waves can pass through, and the wave, the shape itself, it shows that the wave formation. Here, this carbocrete can also be used for the protection along your seashore, to protect your seashore from high tidal waves. This can also be used in bicycles as a bicycle stand. This example is one from San Francisco. You can see a bicycle stand made up of carbocrete. The shape itself is quite attractive in nature, so that you can fix your cycle after your job, or after you're walking also, you can easily dismantle it. You can lock, the lock mechanism is also provided in the stand. So it's an EZ shell. It's a museum in Europe. Number 8, liquid granite. So according to this creators, liquid granite has the ability to completely replace the cement in concrete. The material is lightweight and has the same load-bearing capacity of cement, but it's made up of recycled materials. Liquid granite has none of the environmental impacts that cement or the carbon does. It is made up of up to 30 to 70% of recycled materials. The entire material which is used for this granite, which is laid on the floor, is a recycled material, which means it has a greatly reduced carbon footprints. 70% means it's quite awe-striking point. Finally, the liquid granite is it's fire resistant, and it can resist a temperature up to 1100 degrees centigrade, maintaining its structural properties. It does not explode in high temperature. So in any material, any tiles which is exposed to temperatures, it has a tendency to break. Um, Even in a tropical climate, you can see the artificial tiles which is placed on a drawing room or the dining room, which is predominantly come across the effect of the sunlight during daytime or during the noon time. After a certain period of time, maybe from 10 years, the tile breaks by itself because of the thermal effect. So you can see if one tile absorbs the energy quite often, so this tile has a tendency to break and makes the other adjoining tiles also to be broken in certain after a certain period of time. The liquid granite is preferred over the concrete for various reasons. It does not explode like concrete. It has been known to withstand high amounts of temperature for long a period of time. In addition, it's mainly made up of recycled materials, so energy saving mechanisms also comes to itself. Liquid granite is used less amount of cement than concrete. This product is first and foremost, it was invented from the Sheffield University in UK. Organization using the granites have given its rating for as a fire resistant material. This includes homes, commercial buildings. Liquid granite has reached favorable interest from people in the building industry. Up to 30 to 70% of recycled materials is used. Because of that reason, it has gained greater momentum. So you can see it is highly even automobile parking lots for which it is used can resist the load from the from the vehicle, four-wheelers. Number 9, bendable concrete. Is it okay, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yeah.
bendable concrete. So by the term itself, you can everyone can visualize how can a concrete be bendable, or what sort of mechanisms by which a concrete can be bended. You know that concrete is the nature of concrete and what property of concrete makes it versatile in nature. The main disadvantage of concrete is it is brittle in nature. So that property is illuminated here. So it has a tendency to bend as per it's flexible, means it the plastic nature is reduced and the elastic nature of concrete is enhanced. That is the main nature of bendable concrete. So you can make note that this type of fiber reinforced bendable concrete can adjust itself to the purpose for which it is manufactured. It is 500 times more resistant to cracking than regular concrete because of the usage of the tiny fibers into the concrete member. It is provided with a certain percentage of breaking also. Even after it reaches its limit, it comes back to its original position and shape after the force is getting released. So that is a one great mechanism or the beneficiary for using the bendable concrete. It isn't just fibers through the material in the concrete itself are designed for maximum flexibility as well. And we should appreciate the researchers who has contributed to this bendable concrete. It's a special type of concrete that can take the bending stresses as such, and the material makes it highly flexible. It was developed by Professor Victor from University of Michigan. Its engineering name is ECC. If you want to know more into the ECC, you can Google in and see what sort of ECC, and there are certain higher versions of ECC which is available in net. If you Google and see, many researchers in NTU Singapore are also as they have come out with new form of ECC in the recent past. It exhibits the properties of ductile material instead of brittle nature. For giving the concrete flexibility, we had to alter the material of the conventional concrete. In the flexible concrete, we eliminate the coarse aggregates. Instead of that, we use the fibers that are used in the fiber reinforced concrete, such as silica fibers, glass fibers, steel fibers, asbestos fibers, polyvinyl alcohol fibers, etc. The microfibers provide the flexibility to the concrete. It also acts as a reinforcement in the concrete. So, in the bendable concrete, the certain percentage of fibers which is used are hooped fibers, glass fibers, polypropylene fibers and polystyrene fibers. So instead of this hooked fibers, these hooked fibers are normally you can buy from online. So that many students are doing their projects by incorporating this hooked steel also these days, which is gaining momentum also. Rather, so that you can reduce the amount of reinforcement used in the RCC. So this diagram shows how the nature of concrete can never come to this shape. I think no one would have seen or heard a terminology how concrete can bend. So engineered cementatious concrete earthquake resistance. See the shape of this monument in which the shape itself shows the wavy form. Can a concrete be made in a wavy form with less amount of reinforcement involved in it? The structure made with flexible concrete can take more tensile stresses and does not break down. In Japan, 60 floor construction is the entire building, the entire 60 floors. For the entire 60 floors, this ECC was used. Concrete canvas. It's also a flexible concrete, stronger, durable, and for normally it is used for military purpose. Why? Because the maximum strength of the concrete is reached only after 28 days. Suppose during emergency, if I want to transport a material from one place to another during wars or any emergency period, this 28-day strength is attained even in 7th day itself. For that reason, this concrete canvases can be used for laying up roads and bridges on emergency, or even not in emergency. If you wanted to do your construction on fast, this technology can be adopted. It's flexible concrete. The contraction joints and expansion joints are given more preference. When you're coming to this technology called the concrete canvas, the joinery details should be dealt very precisely in the roads and bridges. These are some of the difference between the normal concrete and ECC. You have the durability characteristics. I don't want to highlight about the normal concrete, as the properties of normal concrete is known to everyone. So the durability of the ECC is more compared to normal concrete. Earthquake resistance is, I told you, it's almost 100 times more than the normal concrete. Self-healing property is also very good, and the micro cracks are treated. The reaction between the carbon dioxide and water, so it heals by itself. The repair and maintenance cost of the flexible concrete is less compared to any other. The flexible concrete is for 30 to 40% more than the conventional concrete. The fiber reinforcement can provide the required tensile strength in concrete, so that the usage of the steel reinforcement is reduced. As I told you, the 28-day strength can be achieved even in 7 days. The only thing which is needed, two important main criteria which is involved here is it needs skilled laborer, and the costs incurred is quite more. So these are some of the properties of the concrete canvas which I have already highlighted in my previous slide. You can see here, it's not a normal cloth. It's concrete come the canvas. Everyone knows what a canvas is. It's used for shoes, layers, even for even in other clothing mechanisms also this canvas is used. It's a thick material. The meshes are closed intact. It's a tight material in which the durability, the ductile property of the nature of the fibers in the canvas is more compared to the normal fiber. That is the only highlighting of this canvas fiber. So the concrete is embedded inside the canvas, so that it is used as a sheathing material. So here you can see this shelter for the military purpose. it is built within short period of time. Maybe in 10 days time it is built, in which it has a door. The other term which is known as a concrete canvas is the concrete cloth. You can get more information about this concrete cloth or the concrete canvas. Many new examples are coming up in market these days. Everyone wants their work to be done within a short period of time, so they're going for such innovative materials these days. I hope so everyone agrees with me. Low E glass films. This low emission glass member is used as a window panel members, treated with an invisible metallic coating, creating a surface that reflects the heat and allowing the light to pass. Windows treated with low E coating are proven to reduce energy consumptions, and it decreases the fading of fabrics such as window treatments and increase the overall comfort in the home. So during the summer, it keeps you cool, and during the winter, keeps you warm inside. So that is the only advantage of this low E glass film members. Number 12, transparent aluminium. So extremely durable crystalline material with excellent optical transparency to be used as a window domes, plates, rods and tubes in a wide range of sizes and thickness. They are excellent clarity. It's a transparent aluminium sheets which is used for different purposes in construction, maybe for wall claddings or for roof sheathings. These can be used. Outstanding hardness and high strength, available in a wide variety of shapes and size and thickness, produced using proven ceramic forming material properties, readily scaled up to high volumes, cost effective advanced material solutions. It is the various sorts of applications for this lightweight aluminum sheets are aerospace, security, defense, semiconductors, energy and consumer products. You can see how transparent this this is an aluminium sheet in which the lighting on the other side can be seen as if there is no barrier between the other side and the people who is doing on the other side. So Trans Bay Transit Center in SFO, the entire building is made up of the the transparent aluminium sheets, in which the normal temperature in SFO is 18 degrees, 15 to 18 degrees, and the minimum is -5. So the temperature doesn't influence over the mechanism for which it is used in the building. Paper insulation. Papercrete is a recently developed construction material which consists of pulped paper fiber with Portland cement or clay. Paper plus concrete is called as the papercrete. It was discovered almost more than a century back, but still it holds good. This paper insulation has its utilizations in various forms. It doesn't have any influence health related issues. So you can see these slides showing various materials, energy saving materials, which can be used in every part of a building, not only for flooring, roofing, wall sheathing, even for the lighting purposes also. We can go ahead of many new inventory materials, so that we are eco-friendly people. So these are some of the recycled materials which is used which can be used in a building. As you know, the center part of the example which I have shown here, it's not in our country, but this technology was used in residential building in Bhuj, when Bhuj earthquake happened in Gujarat. So when Bhuj earthquake happened in Gujarat, some rehabilitation works needed to be done over there. So the then BJP government, they were in a position to provide new building facilities for the people who have lost their buildings during the earthquake. So this sort of technology was used by the architects who came forth from the various European countries to build the buildings for the people who have lost their homes. So here you can see the PET bottles, the juice bottles or the Bisleri bottles which we are using. These PET bottles, the top of the PET bottles are broken. They are filled with the normal the clay or the natural sand which is available in the locality, and they are cured. The normal sand is the infilled clay product inside the PET bottles are cured, and they are made into the wall panel forms as shown in this figure. After a certain period of time, you can occupy the building as such. So any new recycled materials can be used in a very effective manner. These are some of the slides which shows how best an element can be used in construction. I hope so this presentation was much useful to you. Any queries you can feel free, or if I've missed out something also you can come up with your own suggestions. So now it's open to the audience.
Thank you for your good presentation, ma'am. Now
Yes.
the students can ask their queries. So one more thing I want to ask you, that bendable concrete.
Yeah.
So in that bendable concrete, whether other than fibers, some other materials are used or only fibers? Is there any research work is going on in our Guindy campus like that?
Bendable concrete, see the technology, even though the technology is very new, but here in our country, maybe in our university, we have not come across that technique. Why? Because it is little costlier, and the testing mechanism, the equipment for which it is to be tested is not available here. That's the only reason.
So because we have gone through some research articles, only foreign authors.
Yeah. Even in IIT also, we don't have such testing mechanism exclusively for bendable concrete.
Yes.
It's only a recent past technology. Maybe I think 5 to 10, less than 5 years.
Yes.
So any new research work will come to India only after 10 years after this gain momentum. So
even in bendable or like some textile concrete like that. They're adding
yeah. You can also see some materials like jeans material, which is used for concrete. Because the jeans material, normal for clothing we use the jeans material. The jeans has the high ductile nature, so the ductility property of the jeans along with the concrete, it acts like a fiber. That's it. Like how we are adding fibers to concrete, the jeans, it enhances or it increases the ductility property of the concrete.
Okay. So students, any other doubts?
I hope so. It was quite useful for the people who are listening to me. Or any other queries, you can mail to me so that I can answer your queries.
Yes. So students, if you have any queries, you can mail us, or we can directly communicate with Madam. So thank you for your nice presentation, ma'am.
Yeah, it's my pleasure, sir. Thank you so much for giving me an opportunity to make myself usable for people even during this critical period of time. Thank you.
Yes, it's a pleasure. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, one and all. Thank you. Bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. So we'll wind up the session now.
Yeah.